differently today, kind of in like a lower-ish, I don't know if you can see that, like bun instead of all the way up here, to try to give like this area of my hair a, you know, a little bit of a break from being pulled all the way back. So we'll see how I like that. But today is, did you hear me over all that? Today is Tuesday, which means it's weigh-in day and injection day for me. So I weighed in this morning, and I'll put everything up so that you guys can see. I weighed in this morning at 261, which is crazy because I am almost in, I guess, like the 250s, which I have not been in so many years, like so many years. Last week I was 267, so that is a 6-pound difference from last week, which I don't know how that happened. Maybe it's because I am walking more consistently now. I ate fine last week. I don't like, I mean, you guys see what I've been eating. Like, I don't think I'm, you know, not eating enough. I would like to do my calories one day just to like see where I'm at, because obviously if I'm at, say, like 800 calories, then I know that, okay, I need to start somehow eating more. It's just that, like, I also have to remind myself that even though it was so long ago, 2017 is when I had my gastric sleeve surgery, like, sometimes I have to remind myself that they literally cut out half of my stomach, and I know that it's possible to like re-stretch your stomach, but you'll never re-stretch your stomach to the size that it was prior. Like, I don't care what anybody says, you're not going to stretch it back to how big it was before your surgery, because stretching and then having an organ regrow are two different things. So I have to remind myself sometimes when like I can't eat a lot that it's also because I've had bariatric surgery before. So I am very curious. I used to be very big into counting calories. I used to have an entire notebook, and like I used to have everything planned out, and it became a little bit of like an obsessive feeling. And then also on top of like not truly giving a shit, like it just never stuck. But I am curious, since I kind of eat around the same things almost every day, I am curious if, like, how much I'm getting, how much protein, and all of that. So maybe one of these days I will go ahead and take everything I've eaten that day and kind of calculate everything. But yeah, so total, I am down 45 pounds, which is so insane to me how this is like, it's still just, oh wait, is today the 23rd? Oh, it is! Today is my 3-month anniversary on Mounjaro. Wow. That's crazy. 3 months ago, I weighed 45 pounds more than I did now. I was miserable. I didn't want to move. I was over 300 pounds. My hygiene wasn't great. I just didn't, I mean, don't get me wrong, I still have a little bit of an attitude every once in a while, but I just had such a irritable personality, and again, it still happens sometimes, not saying I'm perfect, but it's definitely better. You know, my body, I was just eating so disgustingly. Like, I can't even picture myself eating the way I was anymore, and I don't know if that's more of a mental thing, if it is a physical thing. Like, I just can't picture myself, don't get me wrong, I could still picture myself housing some chocolate, housing ice cream, like I can still picture myself like eating, I've eaten chips, I've had cookies, I've had cake, I've had ice cream, like I've had chocolate. You guys have seen all of that. I've been very transparent about all of this, and I will always continue to be, because I'm not in denial about how I got the way I was. I'm very, very open and honest and aware of how I got to where I was. And although those things were a huge part of why I was the way I was, it was only a part of it. It wasn't the whole picture. The other part of the picture, Maddie Knows Best. Her video that she put out yesterday, and I'll tag that in the description, but the video that she put out yesterday, she's speaking about a doctor's appointment that she had, and how the doctor was only looking at this part of the picture, but if you put it in like portrait mode, I think she said, or I think portrait mode or landscape mode, I don't remember, I'm sorry, Maddie. But she says how, like, if you look on this side, here's the other problem. If you look on this side, here's the other problem. And that resonated with me so much, and that was such a good analogy. So I'm stealing that. I apologize. But basically, like, here is this thing, the chocolate, the, you know, cake, the cookies, the sweets, very addicted to sweets. But on this side of the picture, there was all of the pizza and McDonald's and Taco Bell and Burger King and Chick-fil-A and fried food and all of this shit. And then on this side is my PCOS, my insulin resistance, like all of these things that are just constantly fighting against each other. That is the entire picture. So right now I am fixing this side of the picture, my PCOS, my insulin resistance, all of that, with my MONJARO, with starting to take my vitamins, with starting to take supplements. Like, I'm fixing that side. The middle side, I'm allowing myself to have some treats once in a while, within reason, like anybody should be allowed to do. And then on the other side is the pizza. And like, when I tell you I would eat out like 3 times a day, every single day, I'm not over exaggerating. Like, I'll have to see if I can pull up some of my old Uber receipts, because Uber, I did a lot of damage with Uber Eats. Every single day I was getting Starbucks, I was getting Panera Bread, I was getting Chick-fil-A. Like, it was bad. And that's the side of the picture that I can't imagine how my body would feel anymore if I ate something like that again. Like, just thinking about how it would make my body feel, knowing how my body feels right now after I eat. I feel energized. I don't feel tired. I don't have that crash. I don't get the itis. I don't typically get stomach aches. I don't feel weighed down. I don't feel bloated. Like, all of the things that I would feel if I ate that other food. And I don't feel that anymore. And that means something to me. So I can't imagine going back and allowing myself to feel that way. And I don't know if that's the medicine talking. I don't know if that's the MONJARO talking and working in my brain. And if for some reason I stopped taking the MONJARO one day, if my old habits would come back. But all I know is that I'm working really fucking hard, to do the work outside of the MONJARO also, to make sure that if someday, for some reason, I cannot be on it, whether that be during my trying to conceive journey, whether that be due to the shortages, whether that be due to insurance or job changes or whatever life throws at you, I want to make sure that I'm covering this from all ends. And I have to say, I'm pretty damn proud of myself that, like, I'm doing so well. Like, this really truly gave me the kick that I needed to, like, start this healing journey within myself. I needed that mental help of not feeling the cravings and not feeling the food addiction side of losing weight. I needed that block in my brain in order for me to really truly see like what life is like outside of food addiction. And that's what this medication has done for me. It has allowed me to see like there's more to life than just food. Now, I feel like I still think about food pretty, I don't want to say constantly, but I feel like I think about food still in a different way. Like, I think about it often still, but I think about it in a way of like, okay, how can I make this fuel my body? What are new recipes, healthy recipes that we can try? And just what is going to be the best for me? I don't sit there and feel the physical side effects of like withdrawal basically and addiction. Like, I don't feel that anymore. I don't see food on a, say, I don't know, a TikTok video. I don't see someone holding an ice cream cone and then immediately something in my brain would switch and say, you need that, you need that, you need that, you need that, you need that. And if I didn't get it, if I didn't try to get it, if like whatever, I would physically feel symptoms. I would get instantly in such a bad mood. My heart would pound. I would get extremely anxious. And it was like, it basically was like an addict just waiting to get their next fix. Like, very jittery, very like not able to focus. Like, you need this thing. Your brain thinks you need this thing. It triggers something in your brain to think that if they don't have it, you're not going to make it. And having freedom from that feeling has been literally the biggest like change in all of this. And that's the reason why I'm able to lose weight. Like, on a lot of my Mounjaro groups, people will say, well, like, what actually, like, what is it, what part of the medicine is it that makes you lose weight? Like, what does it actually do? And, you know, people say like appetite suppressant and blah, 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 which of course, yeah, absolutely. You know, it slows your digestive system down so that you feel fuller for longer and blah, blah, blah. We all know that. But the mental side of things for me, and I think for people like me, like with the food noise, with the food addiction, with binge eating disorder, like that is how the medicine is working in us to lose weight. It's a crazy realization, because I feel like and I've said this before and I'll keep saying it, like I am truly healing my relationship with food, and that's not something I intended to like get out of this medicine. I didn't know that would like, it would happen like that for me. So I really truly hope that one day, for whatever reason, like I said, if and when I'm off this medicine, that I can still continue the same mindset. And I know I've only been on this for 3 months, and I've had food addiction and binge eating disorder, self-diagnosed by the way, since I probably was a young, you know, adolescent. So 3 months compared to that long, obviously, you know, but I'm putting in the work behind it, and I'm going to continue putting in the work behind it, because I just don't want to ever go back to feeling the way that I did when I was eating that food. Like, I can't tell you how many times my husband and I will be in the grocery store, or we'll be driving past, you know, places that we used to frequent at, or in CVS, and down all the candy aisle, and like all of this stuff. And I don't even like turn an eye to it anymore. I don't even turn my head to it anymore. Like, I just don't need it. And again, that is just such an amazing feeling. So didn't realize that this video was going to turn into such a ranty 3-month anniversary video. But I'm happy that I realized it's been 3 months today. So let's see. let's talk about things that I have learned in the last 3 months. I have learned that my body is more capable than I thought it was. I have learned that walking is not a chore and that it is good for your mind and your body. I have learned that I absolutely positively love chicken, cucumbers, tomatoes, and tzatziki and feta. I have learned to kind of try to start to like new foods like green beans and oranges and things like that I didn't really enjoy in the past. I have learned to, or this one is a work in progress, but I am learning to love my body at every single stage. I've learned how to hold myself accountable and be consistent, which is the absolute biggest thing. What else can I say I've learned? I've learned how to want to take more risks and try scary things, like when I rode that bicycle. I've learned to just kind of not like dread getting out of bed every day and having the same day over and over and over again. Like, there are breakups in my day now, like talking to you guys and going for my walks and doing my meal prep and all of these things. Like, there's differences in my days now in the last 3 months. I've learned to stand up for myself more with doctors. I've learned to fight for my health if I feel like someone is not taking me seriously. I've learned to overall be like a better version of myself. And don't get me wrong, I still struggle frequently with mental health and having days of anxiety and having, down days and, not wanting to do things. It's not all rainbows and butterflies every single day. I've learned to not be afraid of the scale, and not have the number on the scale project how I feel about myself. I truly am going more so recently these days based on how I'm feeling versus the number on the scale. So those are a few things that I've learned in the last 3 months of this. And I honestly, this is my third box of 5 milligrams. Today will be my second dose of the third box. And like, I really truly don't see myself like upping the dose anytime soon. I'm having great success on 5 milligrams. I'm not having any terrible side effects, so I don't see the point in upping to the 7.5. So I'm just gonna lean with it and rock with it for as long as I possibly can on the 5 milligrams, because right now me and 5 are chilling. I do have my blood work coming up this Saturday. I have to go to the doctor and get my blood work done, because if you don't know, those of us on GLP-1s, we're supposed to be getting checkups every like 3 months or so. At least my doctor does 3 months. Just to check on levels of, everything and make sure that we're doing okay still on the medicine and that our big body is reacting internally well to the medicine. So I have that blood work scheduled for Saturday, and then my appointment with him, my PCP, is on the 7th, May 7th, I think. So that's when we'll go over my blood work, and just kind of see how he thinks I'm doing, which I'm imagining is going to be, he thinks I'm doing good, so we'll see. It's all exciting stuff though. Like, and I love my PCP. He is wonderful. Never makes me feel judged, and is really kind and encouraging and supportive. So, but yeah, that is, I guess, just how I'm feeling today. 45 pounds down is just insane to me. And I'm very proud of myself, and I'm thankful that I've stuck with this vlogging and channel, and like, I really truly look forward every day to getting in my car and chatting with you guys, and just kind of using this as my daily, like, diary. You know, the last few months of me doing this, I've had some really dark days on here with you guys. I've had some really, really great days. I've had scary days. Like, it's really cool to have a community of people who I know are behind me, and in my corner, and are genuinely rooting for me. Like, it's very nice. And I try my hardest to get back to everybody in the comments, and I love hearing about you guys too. Like, I don't want this just to be one-sided. Like, I love hearing your progress and your stories and your struggles and your experiences. Like, it helps me too. So please tell me everything. I'm a nosy bitch. Tell me all of it. So, but I will see you guys in my day 7, 75 hard. Today is day 8, currently. But you guys will be seeing my day 7 later on today. I will tell you in that video, I talk a little bit about my doctor's appointment yesterday, because I had a follow-up with my OB, so you don't want to miss that one.